So what I want to do today is kind of kick off my YouTube channel. We're going to be doing pretty much anything off-road. If you like Jeeps, if you like mud trucks, if you like just about anything that's four-wheel drive, they can play in the mud, crawl over things, that's what we're going to do. But today, I'm at work, it's a slow day, and we're going to do some tuning on my RC crawler, 1/10 scale. It's had an issue with the steering servo hitting the winch plate. I've cut the winch plate off. It's still hitting the electronics plate, so we're going to fix that with the pen spring trick today. So this is my rock bouncer. As you can see, there's a servo, and every time it hits bumps, hits that plate. I don't like it. I don't want to destroy my servo, so what we're going to do is we're going to take off the front shocks and then disassemble these pens and put those in. So we got that all apart. Look what I just noticed on this one. The ball socket came right out of the top of this shock. No biggie. We'll just push it back in. And it's ready to go again. So now, what we need to do, pull the spring back, take that retainer off, and I'm going to keep the oil that's in here. So I'm going to flip it upside down, and I'm going to remove the bottom. Well, you know what? It's not going to work that way. So, we're going to use these pliers here. They have a special jaw that's not going to mar up anything. Apply some pressure. Take this bottom eye off. We're going to take the top off. Because I'm at work, I have some bottles. Put my oil back in the bottle so I don't lose it. Disassemble my shock. take the valve out. So this is what we got. And then fish our spring out of the pen. And because this is a fairly short spring, it's only going to limit my valve about that much of the shock. It's going to work like a bump stop. It's going to run the spring down on the bottom side of the valve. Make sure you don't lose your O-rings on the bottom. You got this piece here, and this piece. Making a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Push that down. Get some paper towel. Get your eye back on so that way when you go to fill everything, you're not losing all the progress you just made. Try not to launch your shock. Now see, it limits that last bit of travel. So hopefully this will do the job that I need it to do. And when you do this, be careful so you don't do what I just did. You do have an added spring in there now. And that added spring means you're going to shoot fluid everywhere. Sometimes it's sticky. So when I get home later, I'm probably going to have to add some fluid to the shock. Some is better than none. Put the big spring on. There you go. You got the Penn spring in there to help you. We'll see what it does. And just repeat how many shocks you want to do. And that's it. So, after spilling all my oil all over the place, I changed my mind. So, I'm going to use the Penn spring as a bump stop. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe get it to focus, but you can see it moving on there. So I'm going to use that and use the actual spring as a bump stop instead of having an internal spring, so it doesn't hit the plate anymore. We'll get it together, see what happens. So, actually worked out pretty well. If you look, I bring the servo all the way up. It's got about 1/8 of an inch between the servo and that plate. Shouldn't smack ever again. Thanks for watching. If it helped, hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so you get all my notifications. And we'll see you next time.